buff it off. Let's see what it's done. Nothing. It hasn't even touched it. Look, hasn't even touched it. That's the problem. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is just you know what? This is going to be just a little quick off the cuff video, which I've decided to do. I am going to do another video about this car. You'll find out why this is here on the other one. However, I've just had to stop on this area here because I haven't started preparing this completely yet. But what this actually is about, and a lot of you may have had this problem with a particular car where these trims on the B pillars and also around the doors, and sometimes you can have them on sort of around C pillars, it's very common, and it can also do it on door mouldings there, on the window mouldings, especially if you have taken your car to what can only be described as a convenience car wash. Let's call it that. They come along and you see like 5 of them all getting on your car and you think, happy days, my car's going to get clean real quick. And they come along and they spray something on your car. Well, what they're spraying is, it's commonly known in the trade as TFR. It's a traffic film remover. But what it ultimately is acid. It's an acid that they spray on your car, and it will get all of the fallout off it. It won't get all of it off, but it'll get most of it off quite quickly. So they'll put it all over the wheels, all over the car. That's not the only thing it takes off. It takes off every bit of protection on your paintwork, and it also tries to take off the lacquer off your brake calipers. It will ruin your centre caps on your wheels, and it will take off the shine of all of these trims because it actually eats into it. See, this isn't rain that has done this. This is TFR. And then when it takes the protection off, then the rainwater will eat into it. You know, slightly acidic rain will end up making it all blotched just because the original film is gone. And if you don't do anything to this when you're trying to prep a car, it will end up looking horrific. No matter how lovely the car looks, it will end up still with that. It's actually quite hard to get how bad it is on film, but it's really bad on this car. So what I will do with this, now you could get a compound on a bit of rag and try scrubbing that. I'll tell you what, let's do that. Here I am with my compound and my bit of, now what I'll do, now you can hear it cutting into it. I'm going to do it right in the middle there. Now what it will do, it will improve the sort of overall cloudiness of it, but it won't take out the depth because you need the heat. So it will take off the overall cloudiness like that. The difference is vast, as you can see, but as you can see, it's still eating into it because you need the heat. You need to get the heat into it to bring out the imperfections. That's what cuts into it. It's the same as when you're cutting a bit of paint on the body panel. So this is where the old faithful mop comes back in handy, and you get a mop with a firm pad on it, a cutting pad, and make sure you get a worn out one, because get one that is knackered, because all of these edges you will end up breaking up a good mop head, and you don't want to waste a mop head. So get your mop, spread it over the panel, then get to work. And buff it off. So I've only done that once and it's improved it massively. I stopped it just so you can see the little bit that I haven't done, but straight away. So now not only has it gone back to sort of its original gloss, all of that cloudiness has gone. It's completely smooth, feels like glass. There's a little section down there that I didn't do, which really wasn't that bad in the first place, but I purposely left that bit out so you can see the sort of difference. But now look at the difference with them trims, especially when you look up to there, because you can see it's like it on all of these mouldings. So you have to mop all the way around there, all the way down there, all the way around there. All of them gloss mouldings that you can see, it'll make so much difference. Let's quickly do that. And there you go. That's pretty much all done. That's only a very quick version of it now. You can see the difference. I mean, it's completely gloss now. There's no imperfections, no cloudiness in it. Oh, I'm kicking me mop. All of the window mouldings are all done. They're all black and glossy now. And look how much better it looks. Now, admittedly, you could carry on further. You could end up doing it with a medium cut. You could go further and further and make it even better. But just that little step of it makes that. And it sort of just shows the importance of having a mop, really. I can't really get around it. I'd be knackered without a mop. I use it every day. I'll tell you what, actually, that Mercedes A-Class that we just done a video on, let's just quickly cut back to that, because I held a bit of that filming out. One, because the video was already going to be too long, and I thought it would be good as part of this video just to give sort of another example. Two other examples, actually. I'll show you what I mean. All right, guys. Hello. I've just brought it in here because it was just, it's too hot in that bit of sun. I mean, don't get me wrong, you need the heat when you're mopping to try and get marks out, but you need the heat to be generated by the mop. Heat that is already there, that's bad. So I'll tell you, I'm going to quickly show you guys why you need a mop in your life. I'm going to get a real heavy bit of compound, and this is this is like grinding paste that you grind the valves in an engine of a car. Right, listen to this. Let me take this off. That's how heavy that is. I mean, that is. You hear that? It's like grinding paste. Put my mic back on. So if I just normally try rubbing this with a load of pressure, like you normally would when you haven't got a mop, buff it off. Let's see what it's done. Nothing. It hasn't even touched it. Look, hasn't even touched it. That's the problem. That's why you need. I'll tell you what. In a minute, we'll do another thing, which is amazing. Look at the scratches on this light lens. Can you see them scratches? Awful. That makes a huge difference when they're all clear. We'll do that in a minute. Let's quickly get the cooling down. Let's get the mop back on it. Needs some more polish. Oh no. I hit a rubber. Please come off, please come off. Oh, that was a close one. You don't want to burn through rubbers. Doesn't look good. And there you go. See what I mean? What a difference all the way along, actually. I will let me cut back to what it looked like originally quickly. And there you go. It's back to gloss black. It isn't perfect. There's still tiny imperfections in it. If I spent another 20 minutes on it, then I would get it any better. But for the benefit of the tape, that's what you can do. You got to get a mop. You got to get one. Let's do them lights. I'm going to do, right, I'm literally going to do this in real time, so you can watch them scratches disappear in that light, and you'll be loving it. Well, you might not be loving it, but I love it. So you can see all these scratches. I mean, in the Mercedes Benz, look at the scratches. Here he comes, look. Here he comes. Okay. So I might not have realised that that was completely blocked by the mop. Hold on, let me do it. Look at that. Look at that. It's like glass. It's plastic. Got fingerprints on it now. Look at the difference. I've only done it quickly. Look at it. And you go around here, and all the scratches are back. And that bit wasn't even that bad in the first place. Mega. And there we go. Got to bend that mirror back in a minute. I'll do it. I've still got to polish the door. But that's it. Look at them. Back to gloss black. So window mouldings are done. B-pillar mouldings are done. Hasn't got a C-pillar moulding. Oh, how did I miss that? That's really not that bad, but I'm going to mop that anyway. Lights done. Look at that, look. It's like glass. It is glass, but it's plastic. Plastic glass. That light's done, apart from that bit of polish. Oh, tip the polish over. And then ones are done. I mean, just what a difference. It's got to be done, innit? You've got to get one. Get one and have a go with it. You have to keep the mop moving, because then you're sort of copying what a DA does, a dual action one. If you keep it moving, yeah, it will generate more heat than a DA, but you should be all right. Just quickly, if you are going to get a mop, get the smallest one you possibly can. The big old cumbersome ones, they get real heavy, real quick, and you don't need a heavy mop because your arms start taking really quick and it stops your ability to be able to take it off, put it on, move it around. That's when it gets a bit scary and you end up burning through because it gets too hot. Get the smallest one you possibly can. Yeah, I know the smaller ones are more expensive, but get a used one. Find a used one that someone's finished with. So go get a mop, have a go. Thanks for watching this one. It was only a short one. I'll see you on the next one.